Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Razi, and we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 6, sequences and series. Let's start. Students, sequences are also called progressions. A sequence is a special type of function from a subset of natural numbers to real numbers or natural numbers to complex numbers. If all numbers of the sequence are real numbers, then it is called a real sequence. For example, 1, 3, 5, 7 up to nth term is a sequence. Here, students, if we see that we are writing the odd numbers 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, and next term will be 9 and 11 and so on. So nth term mean number of observations. It may be 100, it may be 15, it may be 7, etc. So in this way we can find a sequence by checking the two consecutive numbers or by subtracting the two consecutive numbers. Remember students, if the difference between two consecutive terms, two consecutive numbers remains the same throughout the series, it will be named as arithmetic progression. And inshallah, in our next lecture we will learn about the arithmetic progression. So moving on, we have question number 1 of exercise 6.1, and I'm going to solve part number 3. So we have an is equal to minus 1 raised to power n into 2n minus 3, and we have to calculate the first 4 terms. Students, हमें 4 terms calculate करनी है, पहली 4 terms. So if we put the value of n is equal to 1, we will obtain the first term. Similarly, 2, 3 and 4 will give us the next terms. So when we put n is equal to 1, we get minus 1 raised to power n, which is an odd number, so the negative sign will not be removed from here. And when we put 2 into 1 minus 3, the value will be minus 1. So minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to 1. So if we put n is equal to 2, we will get minus 1 raised to power 2, and 2 is an odd even number, so minus 1 will be converted into plus 1, and 2 multiplied to 4, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. So 1 multiplied 1 is equal to 1. By putting the value of n is equal to 3, we will get minus 1 raised to power 3, which is an odd number, so minus 1 will remains minus 1, and 3 2s are 6 minus 3 is equal to 3, 3 1s are minus 3, as the negative sign is there with 1. So by putting the value of n is equal to 4, minus 1 raised to power 4, the power is even, so minus 1 will be converted into plus 1, and 2 4s are 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, 5 1s are 5. In this way, students, by putting the values of n 1 2 3 4, we have got the first 4 terms of the sequence, and that are 1, 1, -3 and 5. Moving on, students. The same question, but its eighth part. an is equal to n raised a n minus 1, and the value of a1 is given. Students, we have given the value of a1, so we will not put n is equal to 1, as we already have a1 in our question as a given. So we put n is equal to 2. When I put n is equal to 2, so a2 is equal to 2 into a2 minus 1. a2 is equal to 2a1, and the value of a1 is 1. 2 ones are 2. So in this way we have calculated the value of a2 by putting the n is equal to 3. a3 is equal to 3 into a3 minus 1. a3 is equal to 3a2, and the value of a2 is just above, it's 2. So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. When we put n is equal to 4, a4 is equal to 4 into a4 minus 1. a4 is equal to 4, a3, 4 into 6. 6 4s are 24. So students, we have calculated all four terms, first four terms of the sequence, that are 1, 2, 6 and 24. Moving on, students. The next question is question number 2, fifth part, and we have given a sequence 1, -3, 5, -7, 9, -11 up to a8, and we have to calculate a8 over here. What will be the eighth term of this sequence? This is the question. Students, if we see that in a given sequence there are some positive numbers and some negative numbers, if we take into consideration the positive numbers 1, 5, 9, so it's clear that the difference between these terms is 4. So I have calculated the difference of all terms, that is 4. So if the difference of all terms is 4, so a7 will be 9 plus 4. Remember, students, to find the next term, if we have a previous term, we will just add the difference in it and we will get the next term. So the formula of finding the next term is a plus d, means the a is the term, given term, and the next term will be a plus d. So a7 is equal to 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. So in this way we have calculated the seventh term, that is 13. But when we observe the even numbers, -3, -7, -11, the difference of these terms is also 4 but in negative form, as -7 minus -3, which is equal to +3. So -7 plus 3 is equal to -4. Similarly, the difference between minus 11 and minus 7, which will become plus 7. So minus 11 plus 7 is equal to minus 4. So the difference of even terms is minus 4, and we can calculate the next term. The next term of minus 11. So the term will be minus 11 plus minus 4. So then when we add up these two terms, minus 11 minus 4, we will get minus 15, and minus 15 is the eighth term, and eighth term was to be found. So we have calculated the eighth term, that is minus 15. And that's all from my side today. Students, uh, do practice at your homes, and you will inshallah get the full grip on the sequences. So very easy chapter. So I hope that you will do what I want to say, make practice and do the homework as well.